Guys, when I tell you that this movie had me jumping out of my chair, it had me screaming at the TV.
Hey, did you hear something?
Just now?
Yes.
No.
It had me just shooketh. I am not exaggerating, okay? What's up, everybody? Welcome back to Nobody Asked But. I'm your host, Tarek Bryant, and today is going to be, well, this whole month is going to be a special Halloween month. We're going to follow it up because we did Abbott and Costello last video, and I really hope y'all loved it. In that movie, Abbott and Costello Meet Frankenstein, we also got a glimpse of Lon Chaney Jr. as the Wolfman. In this film, this next one we're going to cover, they take the werewolf lycanthrope story up a notch. 1980s, my dude. So today we're going to talk about it because I just finished it right now and I am still high off of that wild rompus. So let's talk American Werewolf in London.
Nobody asked you, old boy.
Nice looking group.
Hey, listen, at least it's warm in here.
Look at that. It's a 5-pointed star.
Well, maybe the owners are from Texas.
So I definitely don't want to give too much away, but I mean, there's not much of a spoiler in the sense that the title basically tells you what the movie is about. It's an American who's a werewolf and he's in London. What? My mom recommended this movie, which is awesome to me. A horror comedy, she suggested to me, and she's like, you need to watch The Transformation first. You gotta watch The Transformation because that is going to help you in getting hooked on this movie. And yo, just from The Transformation alone, I was like, okay, I'm about to get into some stuff right now. We open on a London landscape and it basically shows us it's not in London. It's on the outskirts of London. You know, everything crazy takes place on the outskirts of town. Don't go walking in the woods on the outskirts of town. Don't go, just stay on the road, okay? And what do? And stuff happens. You know, the friendship between them is so great that you already believe that these dudes, you know, knew each other for a long time. They mention Lon Chaney Jr. when they get to the pub, and I think that was a great, especially since this is coming from Universal Studios in itself to the original Wolfman and how they take this into another level. There's so much tension. There's a lot of tension that builds within the film in just dialogue. So like when they leave the pub and the locals are like the barmaids, she's just like, you have to go after them. You have to go after them. And it just sucks that even they know what's going to happen, what hopefully not possibly happen, but they're so scared that they don't want to go and help them. That just shows you how terrifying it is to go up against this thing. And I mean, it was terrifying. It is terrifying. When locals warn you about things, you should definitely listen to them. I think everybody in this movie does the dumb horror cliche stuff, and that's a foreshadow to the next movie that we're going to talk about after this. And it is baffling. It is baffling how many dum-dums there are in this movie.
Did you hear that? I heard that.
So director John Landis just throws us into this poor man's circumstances. It's like, it's very sad. It's very sad that this guy got caught up in this. It's so seamless and then it just starts. And I love how the director does that. It's just...
David! What?
He's warned.
Warn me?
He's warned.
We were attacked by a werewolf.
He's warned. And then when it finally happens, it happens. And he acts it so well. I love how they switch the bipedal, because we always know werewolves, we always seen werewolves, you know, walk on both feet. They're werewolves, so half man, half wolf, so he's going to be walking on both legs. Here they switch it, man. Here they go for a different check. Practicality on this thing was superb. I mean, like the fact that they got the right angle to show his hand growing, like it was an actual hand. That's brilliant, man. We're so used to like having the werewolf be up on 2 legs, you know, like in Harry Potter or like the original Wolfman. Here they went with 4 legs. Obviously it was a lot more terrifying because we're so used to that. We're so used to dogs being on 4 legs, and then you see this thing and the makeup behind it just makes it even more like terrifying because of how realistic it is and the transformation and how seamless it is. I loved the special effects on this. Rick Baker, bro.
To actually be nominated, I never thought I would win. First of all, it's a gory horror movie.
The winner is Rick Baker.
Baker for An American Werewolf in London.
Rick Baker, the wolf, the makeup on Jack, how like the flesh kind of hung off of him, even like the other undead people in like when they were coming back. So David Naughton played David, and then you had Griffin Dunne as Jack. And you gotta hand it to Jack, man, Griffin Dunne, for coming back. Like, I love how they use that. That's the prison, pretty much. Not only is he in a prison of the turns into a werewolf every full moon, but he's also in a prison of guilt.
I was murdered. An unnatural death.
These people that he's murdered are trapped in limbo. Basically the undead. They're the undead and they can't cross over because of him. Nobody asked me, but I love how they kind of blur the lines between supernatural and reality. And we follow David in this just of whether or not it's real or it's supernatural, because once they start incorporating the dreams and we start going back and forth, even I kind of lost, you know, especially with that dream within a dream. Oh man, have you ever had a dream within a dream?
Holy shit.
All these fools who he killed were dumb, except the homeless people. The homeless people in the couple. Like, you know, they didn't know what was going on, but you know, the dude in the tube.
Hello?
Okay, so when you hear a growl, you're gonna say who's there, or I'm sorry, but if it was me, I just would be out. I wouldn't even ask questions. No interview. There's no interview during this time.
There's someone there.
And then the guy who walks all the way out into the woods to figure out what's going on, it's like, bro, even if my wife asked me to go out into the woods, it's too dark out there. I'm sorry. I've seen too many horror movies. Not gonna happen. I love the shot of the man on the escalator, and as he's coming up, we slowly see the wolf come into the frame. I love that shot. Is scary, bro. That's scarier than the whole chase scene. That was great. There's so many great shots in this film in the sense of where things are set up. They don't really show you the werewolf. They don't really show you it until like he attacks or when it's closer to the end. It adds to the fear. Just like Steven Spielberg said with Jaws, you know, they don't show the shark until the end when they show the shark. So all the while we have this tension in American Werewolf in London because we don't really see it. All we hear is it's growl, it's howl, and then these quick shots of it attacking, and then these quick shots of it eating. And it's just, that's enough. That's all you need, man. The director, John Landis, he knew. We don't need to show the audience everything. Because what? Because the audience can fill in the blanks for themselves. It's all in the power of the imagination. It's all in the power and the magic of movies. This one is not for the kids. Definitely not for the kiddos, okay? This one's just for you and the sweetheart. Rated R for a lot of good reasons, but it's also free on Amazon, which was always a pleasant gift. FREE spells fun. Do yourself a favor, go on Amazon and watch American Werewolf in London, because it's coming upon us, y'all, Halloween. And this is a perfect one too. Stay tuned for my next episode where we're gonna dive into another horror classic. But until then, guys, my name is Tarek Bryant. This is Nobody Asked But. And nobody asked me, but you need to watch An American Werewolf in London if you haven't already, because it is just, it's one of a kind. It's one of a kind. All right, y'all. Well, I will see y'all in the next one. Peace out.
Nobody asked you, old boy.